you just speak to the, first off, the defensive effort overall, the 9 points, but then just everybody who stepped up in the secondary too, a bunch of guys making a ton of plays. Just how impressed were you with the overall defensive effort and then those guys stepping in the secondary too?
Man, I told those guys, man, after the game, how proud I was of them. You know, every last single one of them, man. Whiteside, Hart, you know, all of them. It's like, all I thought about when I was out there, man, is play for those guys. And I told them, you know, even though y'all, you know, this y'all may be y'all first opportunity, man, show the world because, you know, we heard the noise, man, you know. We heard all the noise, you know, secondary, whatever, but those guys went out there and played their hearts out, man. And I had no doubt in them. You know, I just wanted them to let's go out there and show everybody instead of talking about it, and that's what I felt like they did tonight.
How much do you think you laid the groundwork for everybody on this roster punching at the ball?
I mean, what they call it, the Amik peak. You know, I wanted two tonight, man. But you know, on that one with the running back, I wanted you know, another one. But I take that one. You know, I got some more to come.
Obviously, you support the Branch jersey here. How much motivation did that provide the secondary this week?
A lot, man. You know, that was our goal to go out there and, you know, support him because we always in his corner, man. You know, great player, unbelievable person, great teammate, you know. So we wanted to go out there and represent him, man. You know, we step in the building, man. We want him to know that, you know, we in his corner no matter what, man. You know, we love him. You know, we can't wait to have him back.
Thomas told me you all had to buy those jerseys. Did someone buy them for everybody, or did everybody go on?
We had to buy them. But I mean, it's all good, man. You know, money can't buy loyalty. You know, so that, and you know, we very loyal to him. You know, so like I said before, we wanted to come out here and, you know, once we step foot in the building, we wanted to show everybody and show him that, man, we love him, but we not worrying about whatever. You know, we moved on, and we can't wait to have him back.
What do you think about the plan that Chef put together?
Great plan, man. Hell of a coach, man. You know, even though he's young, you know, we believe in him. You know, we believe in him and to put us in the right position, and that's what I feel like he did tonight, and he had no doubt in us. You know, he had no doubt in us.
With all that went on last week, with the game and the suspension and everything, did you guys come into this game an angry bunch, angrier than normal?
I mean, as a defense, I mean, you always want to go out there and have a chip on your shoulder, man. You know, like I said, we heard the noise. You know, we had some very unbelievable key players that were down. Like really, our whole start, you know, our whole starting secondary. But the way this team is put together, man, you know, we have a great leader in Dan and great GM owners. They put this team together. They went and got the right guys that if any one of, you know, our great players go down, you know, we got guys that could come in and step up and not have no drop off, man. And like I said before, man, I'm very proud of those guys, man. I felt like, I don't want to single myself out, but when I was on that grass, man, all I was thinking about was play for those guys, man. You know, go out there and play for them. And like I said, I'm so proud of them, man, because they went out there and they executed, man. You know, we just can't wait. You know, we had to earn that bye week, man. You know, we going to rest our body and get ready for the next opponent.
What did you see? It seemed like you found the camera and had a message to deliver. Can you let us know what you were saying there?
I looked at the camera. I just said, I told y'all I am different. This is what I do. This a regular day in the office, you know. And I told one of my teammates, man, what I wanted to do when I go out there. You know, I wanted to elevate my play. Because me personally, I feel like I haven't been playing the way I want to play, you know, and that's the expectation, the high expectation that I just put on myself, you know. I feel like even though I wish I could have, like I said, I wish I could have that punch out, you know, from the running back, and I should have got my head around on that double move, you know, but I take it, you know, God was on my side.
Last year after the Minnesota game, you threw out a quote that just kind of stuck with me. You said, "You can't bury what comes from the dirt."
Yeah.
How did that manifest for you today?
You know, it just shows that, man, everything is earned, man, not given. You know, I don't fit the measurables. You know, I don't fit none of that. You know, I might be the shortest guy on the team, you know, but that don't matter. That don't matter for me. You know, I done been through so much adversity, and I feel like overcoming situations when I'm out there on the grass, that's normal for me. You know, I feel like, you know, I'm different. Like I said, I got God blessed me with the mindset, and I just feel like each and every time I'm on the grass, I feel like I'm the best. All respect to, our opponents, my teammates, but every time I step on that grass, man, I feel like, I'm the best, especially when I'm playing with good eyes, good technique, and playing the way the coaches, expect me to play. I'm a very dangerous individual, when I'm out there.
Wait, side.
To the Monday Night Football, so for you being able to get an opportunity to do the post-game interview with Lisa Saunders and getting that opportunity, man, what did that mean, just being on this stage, and because the quarterback's usually the star guy, so what did that mean for you to get that interview?
I mean, it's always good, man. Like I said, God just blessed me in so many ways, man. I give him all the praise and glory, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be in this position. I wouldn't be, have the mindset, the work ethic, the heart that I have, man. This organization, I feel like, gave me a second chance, man, and they believe in me, man. That's all you can ask for. When you got God on your side, you got teammates, coaches that believe in your organization, fan base. I have no choice when I'm out there, when I step on that grass, to give it my all.
Nick, you said a couple
Nick
times.
Whiteside has had a crazy journey to this point. What did you see out of him tonight?
Say it again?
Whiteside has had a crazy journey to this point.
Man, me and Whiteside had a conversation that's crazy in the middle of the week. We, like I said, that's a private conversation, but I told him, like, cream always rise, man. Never get down on yourself, because this league is crazy, and an opportunity could present itself. But it's crazy, the same thing he did out there today, man. He do it every day at practice. He's a ball guy. Even Shep shouted him out a couple times. So what he did out there, he stepped up. I expected that. When we got a guy that went down, he come in. I didn't blink. We did a whole defense. We didn't blink.
Those are two young safeties that are out there today. 10 snaps between Hart and Hallett today. It's a communication-heavy position. I mean, the job that they did through the week of practice and then taking it out to the field today.
That's all we had. I told him, don't give it to him. That's all we had to do was go out there and communicate. Because like I said, the belief is there. We believe in one another, but we just couldn't give Tampa Bay anything. If they're going to catch balls, whatever, they had to earn it. And I take that. And those, like I told him, man, like, I can't say it enough, man. I'm more proud of those guys, man, because they went out there and made my job easier. We talked, we made sure everybody was on the same page. They went out there and played our style of football, man. But like I said, I didn't expect nothing. Like, I expected that, because I see it every day at practice.
Secondary was wounded, but the D-line got 54 back. Just how did you guys feel Alim's return to the defense tonight?
We told him, man. We told Alim, we told the whole D-line. We said, bro, we're going to give y'all a lot of cover sacks tonight. Like, we're going to help each other. And, of course, getting 5 fullback, man, just we knew we was going to be able to get pressure on the quarterback. That whole D-line is unbelievable. All we got to cover, we just got to cover for a couple seconds, I feel like we played as a unit tonight, man. How many points did Tampa had? 9? But we played as a unit tonight, bro, and we got so much room to grow.
Was it one of those nights where you just felt like yourself in a way on your way to a career high for total yardage in the game?
I always feel like I'm capable of do that. It's just some games it works out like that, some games it doesn't. But ultimately, I'm just trying to do whatever it takes to help us win. So,
what is it about Monday night? What is it about Monday Night Football? Because you had the big one against the Raiders a couple of years ago. You have this one right here. That's about whenever you play your best.
I guess.
What did you see on the blocking on your long touchdown?
I just seen black. That's all I seen. Just everywhere. My bad. Just a whole line, just 10 yards in front of everybody. That's all I seen. And, I just hit it.
It looked like you were smiling for the last 30 yards. Did you know? It looked like a big grin on your face.
Yeah, I knew it was a touch when I got out. When the first 12 yards, I knew it was a touch. So.
They said he apologized to you for missing that block. When you read that.
It's straight. It's whatever. We all, I missed the block too this game, so we all, mess up at some point.
What's it mean just to see this team come together and get a win like that? A lot of people were talking about the injuries you had before the game. They're not talking about that anymore.
Yeah, we played, great complementary football. We wasn't doing good. The defense really stepped up, all game. So they played the whole game like that. We just got to do our part.
When you're on the sideline and you see this defense stepping up, running Baker around the way they did, demolishing Tampa the way they did, what does that tell you about Shep and the way he's coaching up that side?
Yeah, we always knew they're capable of doing that. We practice against them every day in camp. It's rough practicing against them every day in camp. So, we knew they're capable of doing that every game.
After you
second touchdown, you went up and down the offensive line, the tight ends, shaking their hands, dapping them up, saying thank you. What was that conversation? What were you saying exactly?
I do that every time. Every time I score, I do that. I just dap them up. I appreciate them, because without them, I can't do it. So.
How good does this one feel going into a bye week now? You kind of shake off what happened in Kansas City and kind of.
Yeah, always good to get back in the winning column, especially going into a bye. I feel good. Most everybody's gonna be back. So we just gotta finish it.
We know you got to a handful of Pistons games last year. You're dressed up. We got the home opener Sunday. Will you be in town for it?
Ooh, is this Sunday?
Uh-huh.
Ooh, probably.
Celtics.
Probably, yeah. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a good game. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll probably be there.
What's it mean? You've never lost 2 games in a row in your pro career. What does that mean to you, and what does that say about this team?
That shows resiliency and shows that. We hate losing. We always want to try to find a way to bounce back and get back, to our standards, and that's trying to win every game.
It really felt like how a game would feel when I was regularly in the fold, in the mix. So credit to the strength coach here, to the training staff, for getting my conditioning and everything right with the workouts we were doing. So felt good.
On that pass deflection, that might have been the loudest the crowd was all night. To have that, for them to have your back after, everything it took for you to get back, how good did that feel?
I felt good. It felt really, really good. It was just good to be out there, to be honest, just playing football. And then I'm out there in front of all the fans, and I forgot how that felt. It was, watching the game on the sideline when I was out and whatever. It's just like watching it, just like it was on TV, but being in it is so much different. That joy is what I was deprived of. I forgot how much I really, really, really love this game. So it was good to be out there.
How about the job the guys in the secondary did tonight?
Oh my gosh, yeah, they did a great job. They were detailed, they were locked in. I loved exactly how the energy was with them today. It was great.
What's it say about this team when everybody's talking about who you don't have, and the point is who you did have?
That's exactly who we are. And, Coach speaks about that, but he's not just speaking. He's serious. It's the next man up mentality here, and our next man is going to be ready to go. He's going to be detailed. He's going to know the defense. He's going to know what's going on, why Shep is calling this, why he's not. So I feel like our next man mentality is a little bit different than most because our guys are going to be ready to go. So
Going to the bye week now, 5-2, good win. How much more important is that now that you have the rest and a good feeling to go into it?
Yeah, the bye hit at the right time, and it's always good to leave off with a good note and then come back off the bye and just to pick up where we left off.
This defense a little shorthanded today, and they stepped up. What can you say about the defensive side of things?
Yeah, no, the defense did their thing today, and they really took over this game. There's a couple of times where they put the offense in great position, and we weren't able to do anything with it. And that's the frustrating part. Just to see how good they were playing and not being able to match their intensity, match their production, it just hurts. So, those guys balled out today, and the reason why we won.
To play as dominant as you guys did across the board today, to win in the fashion that you did, what does it mean to this team?
Say that one more time.
Just to win in the dominant fashion that you did today against another really good team, control the game, both sides of the ball like you did.
I just think defensively, our defense was really dominant. We have a lot of things to work on offensively, and we know that. There was a lot left out there. There was a lot left to get, and we didn't take advantage of those things. So we just got to clean up the tape tomorrow and see what went wrong, because I think it can even be more. It can truly be dominating because it was just one-sided today, and hats off to the defense.
Amik kind of set the early tone with punching the ball out last year. It seems like everybody is doing it and doing it with great effectiveness. Just the work you guys have put in and seeing the results on that front.
Yeah, since OTAs we've been practicing. We have drills in practice that we do before every practice that we do punch-out drills, anything that cause fumbles. So we do a good job doing that and emphasizing that throughout the week. And to come out here and put it on film, I know it really makes our coaches happy because we taking what we learned from practice to the game. So no, it's amazing. That's just a bunch of dogs be hungry for the ball, and when you got a group of guys like that, the sky's the limit. So
you probably won't be able to appreciate it until you watch the film, but you knew what the deal was in the secondary for all those guys that step in, several of them that haven't played any snaps in the NFL. Right. What do you make of just the collective performance of that group?
Man, it's amazing to see. When a group of guys get the opportunity to go out there and put the NFL on notice, man, it's amazing. I love to see it. Coach Shep always preaches, like, if you're dressed for the game, be ready to play because you never know what could happen. It's always the next man mentality for us, man, and it's just a beautiful thing to see. And like I said, we always preach, like, he has the same expectations for everybody, no matter if you just got in last week, got in today, expectations are higher on our defense, and the standard is high, and they went out and did that, and I'm super proud of those guys. So
I'm going to tell you, when you go back and you watch that fumble, you're going to be more mad because that whistle came after it was in your hands.
100%. Yeah, I was so confused. I thought, damn, I don't know if you can challenge a play like that. I don't really know the rules that well. I just go out and play football. But no, it is what it is. But I know the coaches and my players will be super proud about that. So it ain't counting the books, but it counted in my heart. So.
Hey, Derrick, can you walk us through your sack? It seemed like there was pretty good coverage in the back end. You used kind of like a dip move to get home. Just what did you see as that play developed?
So it's a little scheme that we got. I knew that, kind of been studying Tristan Wirfs throughout the week, and and not saying that he struggled, but I seen a couple of guys give him the inside move and be able to do that. They picked it up pretty well, but it was really Muhammad who really helped that play. We had like a little spy. He wrapped around, and Baker seen him and stepped right up to me. So it's funny how you go from doing it in the practice and it go to the game and it actually works. So it's a proud moment for sure. So
seemed like Alim was someone who was itching to play after 10 months away. Could you feel that from him from the very first snap?
His energy throughout the whole weekend today was insane. It just feels so good to continue to get guys back, continue to have our whole defensive back, man. He's a guy that you need to have out there on the field, man. He's such a big playmaker, such a huge part of his defense, and we're just so blessed, honored to have him back and get some movement up front. And we have been doing that, but it's always good to have 54 back. So.
He said he got stronger during rehab.
Yeah, he did.
He said he's felt it. Does it look like it to you?
Yeah, to me it looks like he's never been hurt. And that's kudos to our training staff, man, giving him back and all the work that he put in to get back to this point. Like he worked so hard and I'm super proud and super blessed to have him back with us. So
what does it look like from your perspective, watching him when he's pushing?
Man, he's a super dominant player. We all see it. From the outside looking in, it's unbelievable. We see the work he put in each and every day, how he works on his craft, how he lifts in the weight room. That's a guy that, man, the sky's the limit for him, man. He's one of the best in the league, in my opinion. He can do everything, pass rush to play the run to take on double teams, man. When you have a guy like that, man, it's unbelievable, and it creates a lot for the defense. So.
Hey, Derrick, the narrative obviously going into this game, so many injured defensive players that no way can you guys stop Baker Mayfield in that offense, but to hold them to 9 points, what does that mean?
It means a lot. It just shows us what our defense can do. Even when we got players down and the next man comes in, that goes back to the expectation that, the coach had for us, that Coach Shep has for us, Dan has for us. And we prepare like it. We go in the week, and obviously a lot of stuff to clean up. But, man, when you can go in and you can trust guys who, like I said, came in a day ago, a week ago, been here, finally get active and be able to go out there and put that on tape, man. It means so much to me to see the guys get the opportunity and go out there and do that. So,
Derrick, bigger picture, did you guys view this as sort of a measuring stick game against the team that came into this game leading the NFC Monday night national TV at home? Was this a chance to make some sort of statement about where you guys are in the conference?
Man, 100%. They're an amazing team over there, amazing coaching staff over there. They do it the right way. They play football the right way, and we know that. I always tell people, when you play against Tampa, it seems to always be a game because the way they play, and kudos to them. But it's really for us is going in and week out, just doing what we do, and practice our preparation, our technique, and things like that, and coming to each week with the same mentality to win. And I think we did a really good job of doing that and executing and came out with a dub. But like I said, man, it's a great team over there, and it's a big win for us. So.
Do you think Baker's getting tired of seeing you? I feel like you've got a knack for making big plays against him.
I think he is, because every time we play him, he always comes to me and tells me I'm a hell of a player. That means a lot coming from a guy like him, man. He's amazing quarterback, man. He's done a lot in this league, a lot for this league. And he's a great competitor, a great guy to go up against because it tests you a lot, especially, we got a quarterback who creates plays, which he does a lot and does very well. To be able to come in here and contain him and take what we did from, throughout the week to the game means a lot. So.
Well, like I said, there's a lot of good players in this locker room, and guys just aren't going to let you, and led by the head man, we're just not going to let you settle. So that's huge, so I think that makes up for a lot of it. We're going to go into the next week every week and try to correct things and get better at practice. And, there's no give up. There's a lot of fight in this team. No matter where we're at, we're going to fight.
How big is it with everybody talking about who you guys don't have, to go out on a Monday night against a team that had the best record in the NFC and put up that performance?
It's huge. Everybody's always going to talk about what you don't have. Everybody needs talking points to talk about. But we've seen these guys. We've been in the locker room with them, so we've been seeing them. Opportunity to make plays. Like a guy like Eric Hallett out there, we've seen him for 2-3 years now. Try to get things done. All the other guys back there, we know what Amik's about. We got just a bunch of guys out there who are dogs, man. They waiting for opportunity. Rock, we've seen Rock play all over this league and do well. So, it just means a lot that they went in there, they took it serious, and they stepped up.
Talk about getting the ball back for the offense. That's the first play on a drive. What did you see there, Arthur, that you were able to drive on that ball?
Just Baker. Usually he reads to one side and he quick comes back to the other side, and that's where he wants to throw most of the time. So I just saw him. Usually when he scanned away, I knew he was coming back, and that just gave me a chance to just break on a downhill throw. Perfect call, cover 2, and I just made the play, honestly.
This defense is turning the ball over like crazy right now. Just to be part of that parade.
That's what we're in the league for, to get the ball back for the offense. We have a high velocity offense. They put up a lot of points, so if we can get the ball back for them, it's going to be an easy game for us. We can make the offense one-dimensional on the other side, so it helps us out as well.
We all knew the drill this week with the injuries, with BB suspension. What was the tenor of the room, the mood of the room? What was the
There was no drop off. We all professional athletes. We all, hold each other accountable. We know what we have and we know what we're capable of. Obviously everyone else doesn't. We're in the room every day, seeing what we're doing. We're practicing with each other every day. And we trusted each other, and obviously it showed today.
Felt like their offense was pretty stuck for most of the night. Like you guys had them either going backwards or nowhere. Could you feel some frustration set in for them as the game went on that side of the ball?
Not really. We just kind of try to hone on what we need to do to try to get the offense back the ball. That's our job. We don't really care what the offense does, as long as we can kind of do what we need to do and get those guys the ball, like Gibbs and all those other guys, we'll be fine.
Talk about your room and the way these guys came together with all the injuries and having to shuffle the deck.
Adversity, man. These guys are stand-up guys. Very professional, right? Next man up mentality. It should be no drop-off, and obviously you guys saw that today. And I'm very proud of everyone in the room that we stepped up where we needed to.
This is a big win. They were 5-1, coming in best record in the NFC. What's it mean for you to get this win over these guys and hit the bye at 5-2?
It's nice, but it's on to the next opponent. This league is a week by week, league. So we have to enjoy the win tonight and get back to work next week. I think we got Minnesota, and they got some good receivers too, so we got to get to work.